He is 6'6", and you are average. I saw in the comments someone said if he's 6'6", then he's demonic or diabolical or something like that. That's not what I mean, guys. When I say 6'6", we all know what the majority of women want. Every time I see any dating shows, or if you see just singles, that every woman comes on and says, I want tall, dark, and handsome. Tall, dark, and handsome. 6 feet, 6 figures, and 6 other things. Use your imagination. Why do we have I want to speak about this for a reason, because it's been coming around more and more lately that women are craving the 666, the 3 sixes, and also the tall, dark, and handsome. Every woman wants that one guy. That guy is so desired. So what, Kevin Samuels used to speak about this all the time. He used to say how, if this man is so desired, do you think that you're the only one that wants him or that will get him? Do you think that you're really that special? And women don't like to be called regular. So he's 6'6" and you're average. The women that I see who are craving the 6'6" men, when I look at them, I don't see them as spectacular women. I don't see them as something that, that a 6'6", a man who is above it all, a man who is highly desired, who is the most desired out of the world. I don't see her being a proper prize for said 6'6" man. I don't. Because you know how have you guys ever seen couples that walk together and it looks misfit? Have you guys seen that before? They call it the number 18 couple, where the man will be thin and the woman will be like a 0. Is it number 10 or number 18? One of the two. The man looks like a 1, the woman looks like a 0. You ever see these misfit couples where the man is 6'5", the woman is 4 whatever, 4'11"? Have you guys seen it? This is the type of thing that I'm talking about when I see all of these women who go around and say, I want the 6'6"s, I want the tall, dark, and handsome. Are you what they want? And another thing that I'm going to bring up that I typically don't is there's some bad stuff that comes along with being with a man who is either highly desired or I want to say even rich, okay? I'm going to say it. Even rich, there are some bad things that come with it. And I'm not speaking from experience. I'm not speaking from my personal life. You guys know I am married to a millionaire, but that's not the point here. But there's some bad things that come along with the lifestyle. And I think a lot of women don't, all to look good in front of other people, all to have bragging rights. Well, once you get into it, then you realize that it wasn't what you wanted. Anyway, 6'6". You're average, and he is everything that everyone wants. He is everything that most women want. The most desired man in the world. The most desired man in the world is a man who is tall. I honestly don't think that it matters if he's fat or skinny. I'm going to say that to you, because women, if you really think about it, a man who is buff, who has muscles and all of that, a lot of women aren't really attracted to that. There are women who like to look at it and have googly eyes at it. But I don't believe, women, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe that women are as shallow about physical attributes that as men are. I think men care more about how the woman looks than women care about how men looks. So 6 foot and above that's mandatory to be considered one of the most desirable. 6 figures. You must make at least 6 figures and above. You need to make enough money to be comfortable. How many men, and this is something that no one ever spoke about before Kevin Samuels as well, how many men make that much money? How many men are making 6 figures, honestly? And when I say 6 figures, I mean low 6 figures. Let's start with 100,000. How many men are making that much money? And what do they do? Women cannot handle the hours that you're going to be alone, the lack of attention, when he gets home, he's not really looking to you. Sometimes he's not going to have time for you. He's not going to have energy for you, but you want him. Do you understand what comes with that? Do you understand how lonely you're going to be? Do you understand that you're not going to get everything you want? I don't think you do. The other six, I cannot speak on because you guys, sex, you guys speak about sexual intimacy and all of that. That's to each their own. If you are a woman who needs a horse, I would say that's a problem with your pieces, not his, madam. I don't think it's him that is small. It's probably you that's big, if that's what you need in order to be satisfied. But hey, everybody has their preferences. Tall, dark, and handsome. This is what the women want. And productive, fruitful, financially. That's what they want. The most desired woman would be a woman that is healthy looking. When I say healthy looking, I mean long hair. Typically, long hair is a sign of good health. People always ask, why do men love women with long hair? It's typically a sign of health, because when you see a woman that has long, luscious, flowing hair, it typically means she eats good. If her hair is shiny, that could also mean that she's not shiny as an oily, guys. I mean shiny with a natural shine to it. It means that she has good vitamins, supposedly. This is just from the eyes. It doesn't, you could be dying inside, your liver could be about to explode. That doesn't matter. We're talking about signs that people look for of health. Clear skin. A woman with clear skin, possibly long hair, small waist. A lot of the reasons why men do not like obese women or fat women is because it looks like she's had children already. If you are a man and you are looking for a woman to take into your future, you do not want a woman that is fat, because it looks like she's already given birth. She doesn't look, should I say this word? She doesn't look fresh. She doesn't look fresh. Sorry. She looks expired. She looks soiled. It's just old. Everything is just like, she's fat. She's been used. She's probably had babies. That's what it looks like. Just to be completely honest, it looks like you've already had children. And men, if you see a woman who has a small waist, it looks like she possibly hasn't had children yet. And which could be farthest thing from the truth. The truth is, so many women who haven't had kids are big and obese, which is a shame, because there's no reason why you should be obese and you haven't had any kids. Even if you've had kids, you should not be obese. What am I saying? But even worse, if you have never had children and you step on the scale and it breaks or it starts to squeak and scream for its life, something is wrong. So you don't look healthy. You look like you've had children already, which could tell a lot of other men, well, she looks like she has children already because she's overweight. So she probably has a husband or a man that is with her already. So it's a turnoff. It's just a turnoff, ladies. Overweight, fat, extra fat where it shouldn't be. It's a turnoff. So long hair, healthy looking skin without too many pimples and blemishes, white in your eyes, all of that shows signs of health. Keeping your waist small, not letting your legs fill with cellulite. You know what cellulite comes from? It comes from not being active. You're not doing any exercise. So when your fat comes, it just builds up like cheese, cottage cheese. No man wants to see that. So the most desired woman, healthy looking, thin, preferably long hair. Because I don't know that there are men out there who do like women with pixie cuts, but it's rare. The woman who knows how to act like a lady, who doesn't embarrass him in the streets. No man wants to be embarrassed. He wants a woman that knows how to properly act when she's outside. A woman that can be taken around his friends and not act like a savage. I think most men also want A woman who is smart, intelligent, not educated, but intelligent. Because a lot of women, we've all spoken about this. Now, this is a topic that has been discussed and rediscussed and rehashed all over. Educated is not the same as being intelligent. Smart, be smart, be curious, be willing to learn. I think a lot of men, when they try to get away from the educated woman, I don't think that they mean, I want a stupid woman who's going to be pregnant and barefoot at home. I just want a woman who I can have a conversation with, I can speak about something with, and she can follow along. And also a woman who is respectful. That's what I believe. So a woman who is respectful is hard to find in today's Western world. Most women think that they're respectful because they don't call their husband, boyfriend names. You guys saw the woman from last week? You guys remember who called in? You remember that conversation? She said, I respect my husband. Guys, last week's conversation was wow. But she said, I respect my husband. I would never let him discipline me because he's not my father. But then she was called out later for actually talking to her husband in some kind of a way in a previous stream. So, are you still respectful even though you didn't call your husband names? If people can come and say, "Well, we saw you speaking to your husband this way, and this way," are you still a respectful woman? Just because you didn't call names. Okay, I don't know. So, respectful, healthy, or at least healthy looking, and intelligent. Not educated, but intelligent. I would say this is the most desired woman. Now, any men out there who want to add on to that list, feel free. Then there's the majority of women. The majority of women that we see today. You guys, I hate when people get mad at me when I speak about what I see outside, as if I don't have eyes, as if I am not allowed to speak about what I see because I'm not a certain race, or I'm not of a certain class, or I'm not of a certain profession. What does that mean? I have eyes. I can see what's outside, and it's not looking good. Everybody knows. The majority of women today, there's been statistics talking about weight in this country, in the Western world. The three fattest countries in the world are the United States, Saudi Arabia, which has come up to the second place, and Mexico. The three fattest places, fattest countries. The West, especially United States, the majority of people almost are fat. Or not fat, they consider them medically overweight, but let's just say fat. You're just fat. You're overweight. That's it. You're just overweight. The majority of Westerners are overweight. That wouldn't be such a problem, right? If people had great attitudes. But then you look outside, you see how many women smile to you when you walk past. I'm a woman, even me as a woman. I watch women. Oh god, I sound like some kind of a stalker. I watch women on my free time around 7:30 at night to 1 in the morning. I do. But I watch you. When I'm walking around, I look at you. I look how you act. I look at it because we have conversations every Sunday and I need content. But I watch you. I'm looking at you. And this gives me my reason to speak to you guys, because I look at it and I'm like, I have to present that to people. You guys have to talk about it. It's bad. Most women have an attitude. Most women, oh my God. I want to speak about this. Okay. Side note. Women, I look, I have seen too much now. I have seen too much. There's a video floating around the internet of a woman taking off a wig. She was taking off a wig off of her head, and it was a blonde wig. She was taking it off and ripping out the hairs on her, like, my microphone, like here, all of these hairs, ripped them off in front of the camera. She Guys, if this is what is happening, I understand now why I see so many women outside with nothing here. Everything is just gone. Like the forehead no longer stops here, but it goes like right here, like right there. I understand now. If that's what you're doing to yourself, I guess I was just ignorant. You guys call me ignorant all the time. Maybe you're right. Maybe I am ignorant. Maybe I didn't know about that. I didn't know. I didn't think that that was something I should know. But women gluing this stuff and then just ripping it. Oh my God. Like at least put some soft water on it. What is soft water? Warm water on it and then like let it soak. And then there's got to be a better way. But I see this outside as well. I see it when I go to the grocery store, guys. I go to the grocery store and there's women wearing these wigs and they're overweight. And I'm just like, oh my God, why? Because you think to myself, like, a lot of women, these trends started with Beyonce. Beyonce was the one from my view, she was the one who started wearing these wigs. And people, as soon as they found out that Beyonce's wearing these wigs, everyone started wearing these wigs. Is that what you want to look like? JR, don't do that again without a trigger warning, please. I can't. Oh my God. That's the same girl. Same girl. Same forehead. I swear, all of her hairs are going to be gone. So I see this outside. I see the ladies outside with the thing. And you know what it makes me think? It started with Beyonce. All of this started with Beyonce. And then after that, everyone started wearing it. But my question to you is this. When Beyonce isn't working, when she's not performing, she's not wearing that stuff the majority of the time. You've seen her out. There are videos, photos, everything. How Beyonce looks when she's not performing. She looks normal. But you see women who are going to the grocery store trying to emulate Beyonce, trying to look like Beyonce when you're not a performer. You're not a performer, you're average. Most everyone is average. There's nothing wrong with being average. It's preferable to be average. Do you guys, being in the upper class, being in what everybody wants to be, the millionaire class, what have you, it's not. It's stressful. It's hard. It's depressing. That money doesn't make you happy. I know people always say, well, it's more comfortable to cry in a Bentley than it is in a Honda. Really? Really? Because I know Hondas have heated seats now too. I know Hondas have heated seats, air conditioning, automatic windows. They have, like, what? And being in the lower class, of course, is even worse. So being in the middle is perfect, but a lot of people don't care. They don't care to. So the majority of women that I see are trying to emulate something outside, and you're trying to look like a performer, trying to look like you're a performer, whether it be an actress, um, a singer, a stripper, even something. I don't know what women are trying to look like, but it's not working. It's not making you look more like an entertainer or a performer. It's making you look unhealthy. I'll just leave it there. You look unhealthy because it looks like you don't have your own hair. Because if you did have your own hair, you would wear your own hair. If you needed the full face of makeup just to go outside, then people would think, well, why? Why do you need that much? Why do you need all of this just to go to the grocery store? I don't know. What about the average man? The average man is who I talk about on my own channel all the time, and this is what we talk about here as well. JR always talks about the regular men, and Kevin Samuels as well used to always say, don't speak down on the regular men, because the regular men are what makes this country run. They keep this country going, not women, not women power, not the LGBT, not because oh, okay. Am I allowed to say this, JR? Please, JR, don't get mad at me. If the world were left to be run by women, LGBT, I would even say if it was just all, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to get in trouble. But if the world was left to be run by only women and LGBT, yes, LGBT are men, but do you think that they would do the job as efficiently as we have it being done right now by those blue collar men, by the men who get outside and get dirty, by those men who go into those circles in the road, those sewer circles, they go inside of those things and there are roaches in there. There's cocoons of insects there's all kinds of things in there, not even speaking about your poo and your wee. No, your wee, your poo, and your neighbor's wee and poo, and everyone else's around's wee and poo is in there. Your spit that you spit out every day when you brush your teeth and you go, that's in there too. Women, when we have our cycles, all of that is in there. And men open up that little circle in the street and they get in there and work. The average man is what makes this world run, and I just hate that he is unappreciated. He's unappreciated, and all for the 666, all for the 6 foot tall, 6 figure, 6 everything. If he doesn't have that, he's not seen. It sucks because he's not what is it? Here it is. The most desired man in the world. You can't take him to your office parties and say, oh, yes, this is my boyfriend, my husband. Oh, yes, he is, the CEO of this company. He is the chairman of this company. No, you can't do that. Because if you have a average man, you have to say, yeah, he's a plumber. Yeah, no, not the owner of the plumbing company, just a plumber. Nothing wrong with it, but it's embarrassing for women who want that prestige.